Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back, brand new episode of Threes from the Ring podcast. It's your boy Chris J. Got the boy Trail Sav here.
Be right back.
All right. And got the boy Tyler here.
Yo.
And of course, this is Threes from the Ring podcast once again. And hey man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. Make sure you do that. Share with the people, man. The goal is 1,000 subscribers. We're like a less than 200 short. Can get in there. We can make it happen. Let's make a Christmas miracle occur, bro. Make it happen. Let your people know you rock with us, man. It's greatly appreciated. We got tons of content for you guys. We didn't give you guys Attack on Culture episode last week. Well, this week mainly because I ain't want to talk about. But the Gaming Awards is this week, so of course we're gonna come back with strong for you guys next week's episode. But plus end of the year, we're gonna have tons of end of the year content for you guys as well. So be on the lookout for all of that. Plus follow us on TikTok, You Tweaking Media, YTM Clips on there, and follow us on Twitter at Threes from the Ring. Now, this is a very, very special episode of Threes from the Ring. And
yes, it is.
Definitely is. As the GOAT, the greatest of all time, John Cena, as we approach his final WWE match this week, this upcoming Saturday. Huge deal. Very big, huge deal. This past year was legit his last time is now tour, and hey, look, it had its ups and downs, but we are at the end, and it's on a good note. That's at the end of the day, we made it here on a good note, and that's the best part about it all. We got here finally. So, just give a brief synopsis of John Cena's career. So, one shout out to you, Tyler, for giving us this information, because you worked your ass off in terms of making this happen. You know. John Cena,
big one for Cena, man.
Hell of a career. Just let's be real, outright hell of a career. He did his thing, held the company down for almost literally 2 decades, man. Almost 2 decades and can't holding it down. Like, yeah, he wrestled for 20 years, but holding it down as the face of the
undisputed face of the company for
like almost 2 years. So give credit where credit is due. So quick career highlights of John Cena, G. 17-time world champ, G. 14-time WWE champion, 3-time world heavyweight champ, 5-time US champion, 1-time intercontinental champion, which he got this year. It is what it is, but hey, grand slam. 4-time tag team champ, which, hey, cool. 2-time
I think I can name all of his tag team partners too.
Do it real quick for the love of the game.
He won the World Tag Team Championship with Batista, and they dropped it back to Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase the week after. He won with David Otunga during the whole Nexus stint. He won.
I was tuned out at that point. So
when they lost, I think that was like a week of them holding them belts too. He won the World Tag Team Championship with Shawn Michaels in 2007.
I remember that.
It's one more, ain't it?
Yes.
Damn, who was his last one? Because it's either Batista again, or was it The Miz? Because they always have him do it with somebody he ends up feuding with.
I'm about to literally look it up real quick.
Dang, I'm mad I can't remember this last one.
Oh, yep. You was right.
It was Batista again, or The Miz?
No, it was The Miz.
Okay, I knew I had
The Miz, which is extremely random. So yeah, hey, you got it. And yeah, 2-time Royal Rumble champ and 1-time Money in the Bank guy as well. So shout out to Cena. Go all the way around. He did it for the love of the game. Slap angle, and we never seen nothing.
Was he really supposed to win that Money in the Bank, or was that an accident?
I'm trying to remember the Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
He was hitting Big Show in the head with the case, and then it broke off.
I think he was supposed to win that potentially.
He didn't
he was supposed to win it the way it was set up afterwards because Big Show was the one that cost him the cash in afterwards.
Okay.
It could have been somebody else that year, but around that time, Vince was like, "It's Cena or Punk or nothing."
Sounds about right. So either way, man, shout out to Cena. But before the main purpose of this episode will be us discussing what was Cena's best match. So that will be the main event of this episode. But first, we will preview Saturday's night main event card in itself. I think right now it's going to be 4 matches, and that includes Cena versus Gunther. So, which one, shout out WWE for keeping up on their promise of, hey, we're going to feature NXT stars in this card, in which they did. So, I believe we'll be opening this pay-per-view. Obafemi, as of right now, it should still be Obafemi versus Cody Rhodes, because on NXT, Javon Evans chose to be a dumbass and say, hey, I want to fight you tonight for the title. Knowing full well he's already on this card. So if you know what's about to happen, this is going to happen. Javon Evans, you tweaked. Hold that L, my good brother. But anywho, as of right now, wholeheartedly believe this will be the match. Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi. I believe this will be a very great match. I just want black people specifically, and I gotta start with this. I am an Obafemi fan. If anybody that knows me on this pod, I am the one that roots for everybody black, especially big niggas. So with that said, he's going to lose. He's going to lose clean. He's going to dominate the match, but he's going to lose. So y'all fantasy booking this man to beat the face of the company. He's going to lose by roll up. He's going to get schoolboyed. Y'all might be mad about that, but that's to protect everybody involved. It is.
I can see that happening for real. Him losing by a roll up or something for real, because it leans into Cody kind of, whatever his current character is leading towards. But yeah, if y'all don't tune into that match, y'all fake. Cause y'all complain all year long about niggas not getting on the show and all this other stuff. If you don't tune in, you fake.
No, they gonna tune in. They just gonna be mad.
If you're not watching NXT tonight, you fake. Which I already know you're not, because you niggas are liars.
They're just gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad. That's all it is. But Trail,
a lot more stuff outside of wrestling to be mad about.
Oh, you trying to Your focus is good, by the way. Oh, you muted yourself.
Why I keep muting? Oh, I agree. I don't care who wins. I can see Obafemi getting that nudge, but then again, the way WWE do things, you beat the champion, you next in line, blase. But I can see Obafemi getting the dub. But it most likely be Cody. I'm just happy to see Obafemi in that situation.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Be happy.
This is probably the record for most black people on a WWE card since Triple H took over. So,
but it's not a PLE. Remember, it's not a PLE. So that's the deciding factor. It's not a PLE, so they don't care. It's not, especially since it's not on ESPN either. So, hey. Anywho, moving on, we have Bayley versus Sol Ruka. And by the way, Sol Ruka is black. Look up her dad on Instagram. She's black. That's a nigga. But anywho, Sol Ruka versus Bayley. Once again, Bayley will win this match. It will be a great match. This will probably be a really great match. I wouldn't be shocked. Look, man. She's gonna win this.
I feel like one of these NXT stars has to go over.
Yeah.
If she goes over, it's gonna be in interference.
No, I don't think it interferes either. She's a champion right now.
I think she can.
No, she lost the belt.
No, remember, Zardia screwed her out of all her belts. And she's on, and plus also, Sol Ruka's in. My partner could betray me any moment.
But I think she in call-up territory too, though.
She definitely is. But at the same time,
she can win.
So I wouldn't be mad. This is the one match where it's like, oh yeah, definitely this is where the NXT talent wins. But I will be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked, but I wouldn't be mad either.
That might be what they're going for, though. They gonna give us. I think they should give us something like that. At least one of these matches.
Let's see. But next we have the Raw Tag Champs AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. For one, this is the funniest one because you got Leon Slater, who's a TNA guy. Shout out to him. At the moment, let's put it currently at TNA guy because as what we call it in NBA, when somebody else is collusion.
Yeah. Come on, tampering.
Yeah, we go tampering. This is quality tampering right here, but it is.
They know what's going on though.
Hey, shout out to Leon Slater. That dude's on probably one of the biggest cards in WWE history right now. So
for sure,
he's good. But Leon Slater, Javon Evans versus AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. What they doing up there? If y'all hear that banging, I apologize. But yeah, this would be the match where I wouldn't be mad at Javon and Leon Slater winning, but these are the tag champs, so you can't really, unless then you got the New Day feuding with these guys, so you could have nefarious means occur, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say like Javon and Leon Slater wins this one.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go with it because through nefarious means, G.
I don't even see it through nefarious because is the titles on the line?
No.
Oh no.
Belt's not on the line.
Let me double check though.
No, they're not. I already know they're not on the line.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I was just watching Raw this morning.
No.
But I like this match. I especially like this for Leon Slater. He on a big card, being a TNA star, but he also going against his idol on the big card, which is AJ Styles. So I think that's big for him. A lot of people fantasy booking AJ on the premiere on AMC. AJ fighting Leon for that belt.
I was just gonna say, I think this could possibly be maybe a setup for AJ to come back and do one more match in TNA. Could be the AMC premiere, could be somewhere else, but I do think we probably gonna see AJ pop up at TNA one more time before he call it quits.
Yeah, it's gonna occur. We'll see if it happens. Yeah, but this could be a really, really great match. Then we won't have the main event, the finale, Big Boom versus Cena. And look, man, all I know is, look, this is gonna be an amazing match. It's gonna be a great way to end the year. I'm hoping that this will make my top 3 best matches of the year. Mainly because
I don't doubt it.
How great Gunther is. But also the fact that, hey, Cena has been putting in work these last few months. So, but it's one moment. Overcoming Gunther. Not tapping out, because Gunther's going to try to tap him out. We already know the story now. And the best way to beat Gunther, you got to let him beat himself. So, hey, man, we'll see. But I want, literally, if he taps him out, that's an epic way for Cena to go, G. Because the only other person did it was Kurt Angle.
He's tapped out twice. He tapped out to Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
We don't acknowledge. Well,
I think he tapped out to somebody else too. I think Jericho gave him a tap out.
I don't think Jericho ever.
No, not officially.
Not officially. But by technically Benoit counts, but also technically by record that man doesn't exist. So
yeah, it's
technically
one
plus
asterisk.
Exactly.
Now a lot of people was on Twitter saying, technically Gunther be the first one to make Super Cena tap, which I can understand it. Cena, as the face of the company, I don't think ever tapped. I think even when he had the mantra of never give up, he has yet to.
Never lost the I Quit match. I don't think he's ever lost the last man standing match.
Now I'm gonna keep it a beam. WWE would have went. I know Cena body probably can't handle it. WWE would have went crazy if it was an I Quit match as Cena's last match, and he finally put that microphone on his. I quit, and then
But even you don't even have to do it like that though. You could do it Bret Hart Austin style and have him just pass out.
Still don't count. He didn't tap out.
Because Cena gonna have an ovation at the end of his loss.
They legit gonna give that man 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna get the microphone. The locker room gonna come out and clap. He's gonna say his goodbyes. Next time we're gonna see him is in a suit and tie. He's not gonna run down the ring no more. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a good match. He had a good match with AJ. He had a good match with Punk.
He had a decent match with Dom.
He had an okay match with
Logan Paul too.
He had a tolerable match with Logan Paul. And Gunther's not Solo Sikoa.
He had a really good. He had a solid match with Sammy. It went on pay-per-view.
Yeah, he had a good
shout
match
out to Sammy. I forget about that one.
And the second match with Cody was decent too. So, like I said,
he finished off strong.
Yeah, he's been fine. He's been fine. So he will be good. And plus, it's Gunther. Gunther can have a good match with a blanket. So, look, he'll make.
What's y'all over under on Cena actually winning though?
Oh man, if he wins, shoot. But it's Cena. His mindset
I think
is
Cena wants to go out on his back. I think the story you tell with Gunther is she retiring everybody.
Exactly. Especially since Cena kind of implied in one of his thousands of interviews this past week, within the past week, that even Brock is ready to leave. Which I've been saying Gunther's gonna retire that man next.
Yeah. Crazy that Cena implied that Brock said that Minnesota, this is all leading up for Brock for Minnesota SummerSlam to be his last hurrah. Crazy. But that kind of means Brock probably have a belt by then.
Potentially. It depends. Triple H really tries to avoid putting belts on him specifically since he's took over. But besides that, wait. The match with him and Roman. What was that, Vince?
That was just Vince was still there that year. That was Vince's last.
Okay, yeah, that was Vince's last year. I wasn't sure. Okay.
And that was just to drop it to Roman.
Yeah, pretty much. But we'll see. Either way, looking forward to this match. There will be a really great match. But when Cena taps, the tears might come down. But look, it's gonna be memorable, G. Memorable. But
they had a
play. That ovation is gonna be crazy.
Niggas gotta fly to George to half mass.
Yo, that's crazy.
No, we do. They gotta fly to George to half mass.
Pause.
They gotta
everybody gotta throw their wristbands up in the air.
Yeah, you gotta throw the wristbands in the it's just it'll be a sad moment, a good moment. Like we don't not the last person we got to see go out on their own call. Technically Batista, but I don't know.
Undertaker.
Technically Batista.
Taker didn't have this is my last match. That nigga just was like, I can't wrestle no more.
Oh, no, I get what you mean. It then technically is Batista.
But was Batista the same thing too? Or until afterwards he realized he can't go? So
Batista, he wanted to just go fully into acting. I think Batista was fine physically. He never mentioned anything about like physical ailments and stuff because he kind of tapped out a little earlier. And then he came in a little older too. He was like 30 something when he first started.
Didn't say this match.
No, he never said this is his last match, but it was more like it was implied, but it wasn't at the same time.
Because I know he considered it his retirement match, but it wasn't. Goldberg technically, but Goldberg stuff was dealt so poorly.
Goldberg ruined his shit, so forget him.
So it would be Goldberg. It's crazy that we forgot about it.
I mean, Cena said it. He said that guys really don't retire don't really leave when they say they're gonna leave. So that's why he's trying to make
Sean. Maybe Sean was the one who called.
I would really say Sean because.
But no, because you gotta remember Sean was forced into that DX
Saudi money.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about. They never came back to wrestle. I mean, like they called this is my retirement.
Oh, then no, technically Shawn Michaels as well. Shawn Michaels technically.
Edge won. Well, Edge had to retire afterwards.
Edge was forced too. So
yeah, Edge was forced. Bryan was forced. Sting called his.
Yeah, Sting called his. And then we're on track for AJ. AJ's about to technically call.
I think AJ, Randy, Punk definitely going to be able to call theirs.
Yeah.
Because Punk probably got like 3 more years left, if that. AJ said next year is his last year. Orton probably got 2. But he's been out for a while, so if that.
Man been chilling. That man literally been chilling.
But it's a lot of legends about to pill out.
Yeah, Ray is probably going to be officially done once that mask come off. It's over with, man.
I think they setting that up for a Triple Mania though, for Dom to take his mask.
They need to
hope so. That match just has to happen, man.
That has to happen at this point. But anywho, hey, Cena, shout out to the last hurrah. So this is what we've been here for. What was Cena's best match? Once again, shout out to Tyler. You took a lot of time out your busy schedule, being a father and all of that, and to literally research and go out your way to determine Cena's best matches on top of best rivalries. Literally, you did your research, my good bro.
I watched at least, I want to say at least 30 to 40 Cena matches.
Goddamn.
Like over to like the last month. And then a lot of stuff is just headcanon stuff I just remember off back.
Yeah. So.
But Cena has, I ain't gonna hold you. Cena is outside, like I know over the years people have pulled up on him about the you can't wrestle, chants and everything like that. Cena got bangers, bro. And it's not because somebody carried him. He's really out there getting to it.
Speaking of the millions of interviews that came out, that nigga literally said they gave him, he went to the open, I'm paraphrasing, but he did the open challenges so he can learn how to wrestle better, bro. Crazy.
Which is crazy when you think about it, because it's like you was already decent, but it's like he's like, let me use this to try out stuff, which during that time frame he was just doing stuff. Which
that was like his second, that was like a resurgence for him, like as far as opponents. He was going against KO, Sammy, Cesaro. I think Dolph was in there a couple times. Rusev. That whole little stretch was raw.
Yeah, and he was going against dude because at least about that time they were bringing in people who can legit go in the ring on a consistent basis.
Did he have one against Neville? Or was that Neville came in later?
I don't think he never went against Neville. If he did,
no, you're thinking of the Seth Rollins match he had.
That was Seth.
Yeah,
that was Seth.
No, you never went against him. But yeah. So Tyler gave a list. He left me in charge to pick what makes the list. So can you guys?
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah. Can you guys see the bracket? Make sure you guys can see it well enough.
Yeah.
Good enough.
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
All right.
Take the what was Cena's best match thing. Can you make that smaller?
This on here. Well, I'm just gonna take it off.
I would say you probably gonna have to take it off. It's just that when I try to make clips out of this,
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I gotta take it off. I can't make that smaller, unfortunately. StreamYard for reason.
Oh shoot!
But either who. But, so we have 10 matches that I picked from Tyler's epitome of pretty much Cena's catalog of what I felt was Cena's best matches. One of them being because I just wanted to be hilarious. Wait, did I really add that one on here? Or did I take it off? Oh wait, I actually did. So Cena versus Rey Mysterio, Raw 2011. Reason why I put that on is because I'm hilarious, and that was one of Cena's. Look, that was the most heel thing Cena ever did. Let's put it that way. Look, when he had the actual heel turn, this was the most. I'm actually going to do something for myself thing he ever pulled. So I'm putting respect.
I still remember the backstage segment. Ray won that belt from The Miz. He went backstage, all the adulation and the cheers and stuff. Last person you see is Cena. Cena look at him like, see you next week.
No, he said, see you tonight.
Oh, yeah, it was later that night.
Nigga. I see you tonight.
Later tonight. That man only had that belt for 2 hours.
Like, bro, menace.
And Cena only had it for a couple weeks because Punk came back, bro.
See?
Punk came back right after.
It all made it worse. It was like, gee, he's a menace. But, so, Cena versus Ray. I got Cena versus JBL Judgment Day. I forgot whatever year that was. And the I Quit match. That is one of my favorite I Quit matches ever. Mainly because of how JBL saying when Cena ripped the car door off, it said, man, I quit. I quit. It's still one of the funniest moments ever. HBK versus Cena, Raw 07. That's
I wanna tell you something. That nigga didn't rip a car door off. That nigga ripped the thing from a truck, like the exhaust thing where the fume come out of.
Oh yeah,
the top of that joint off.
Either way, the man ripped something off a car.
I mean, I know I'm not tweaking, bro.
I could have.
So when that match, he was pushing the car door off till it came off the hinges, but he lifted up something else.
It was the truck thing. It's like he broke it off. He broke it off. That's when he had that crimson mask. He broke that joint off.
He did, yeah. Hold on, I'm about to watch that last moment real quick because that match is hilarious in my.
They was going crazy.
Hold up.
That's the match to me that really started the.
Oh yeah, he did rip the exhaust because he was trying to rip something off. He was like, "Oh, I can't do that," so he took the exhaust. You're right. It was off the limo. It was off JBL's limo, by the way.
And then what made me finally remember that? Hold on, I'm trying to fix my camera. What makes me finally remember that is the SmackDown. After that, he made a remix to JBL saying "I quit." And that was full-fledged Wigger Cena. He made a remix. He was like, I quit.
Legend, G. But legendary.
It's funny that started the run of JBL quitting once a year up until 2009. Because the year after that, Ray made him quit after he beat him, and then I think he lost his US title in the same night to Bobby Lashley, and then he was like, I quit. And then he went on commentary for about a year.
Hey man, I respect it. But next we got HBK versus Cena, Raw 07. I picked that one over the Mania match solely because this was a better match from start to finish. The Mania match
it was. I watched both of them. The Raw match was something else.
Yeah, that was
and the Mania match was really good, but that Raw match.
Plus, they let them go for like 40 minutes on
like an hour
for the Raw. They went 40 minutes.
They went the whole episode, right?
That last hour.
Yeah,
it wasn't even an Iron Man match. They just had that hour to go crazy.
Yep. Then we had Cena versus Edge TLC. I picked this one mainly because I felt this was the best match among their rivalry. Cena won that one. Cena versus Angle, No Mercy. This was one of their first major pay-per-view matches. Really good match, and this was also the start of like Cena being like, hey, that guy. So more meaningful moment. Cena versus AJ Royal Rumble 2017. I picked this one solely because I felt it was the best one. That's the sole reason why I picked
the wrong one. Ain't it the Raw episode the best one?
They didn't have a Raw fight.
They fought at SummerSlam. They fought at Money in the Bank. They fought at SummerSlam. They had
this is the Rumble.
This is the Rumble.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
The Rumble 2017.
Yeah,
that's where he
got
Rumble
was the
number
best
16.
Wait, they didn't do a battleground one either.
No, they didn't have a battleground. They fought.
They had a triple threat match with Dean Ambrose for the title, and that's when AJ won his first WWE championship.
Okay.
Cena versus Randy. Once again, there was 1,000 matches, but I picked the bragging rights Iron Man match. That was a really good match. Cena versus Brock versus Seth. That's a very memorable
best triple threat matches ever.
Yeah, very memorable match.
Probably my favorite.
Then I got Punk versus Cena and Money in the Bank, which is very infamous in its own self. So that's self-explanatory. But let's go ahead. Well, those are the 10 matches I picked. Yeah. So
no Punk versus Cena and Raw. That was the best one.
I did put that one on the list too.
It was on the list, but I picked the one that's more notorious. Let me tell
you something. Look, take off Randy Orton or something, bro.
Bro, I have to have a Cena Randy match, G.
Okay, then take off the Rey Mysterio one.
All right, G.
you can't tell me that's probably Cena's best match. And then you got to remember towards the end, later within the lead up to WrestleMania, The Rock sold that clothesline like he died, bro. We don't get that if Cena and Punk don't have that match, bro.
I know you're right. Anywho, so let's go ahead and start the bracket. The matches that got automatic buys, because I did pick 10 matches. Punk versus Cena, Money in the Bank got an automatic buy. AJ Cena Royal Rumble got an automatic buy. Cena versus Angle got an automatic buy. HBK Cena 07 and Cena Edge got the automatic buy. So first round, we're picking Cena versus Punk Raw or Cena versus JBL Judgment Day I Quit match. Which one are we going with here?
I'm going Cena Punk Raw. I personally believe that's Cena's best match. And I think the frustration between CM Punk and Cena and the whole The Rock main event WrestleMania thing made that a great match. Like, they both was hooping for something greater.
Yeah.
Like, Punk, crazy thing is he was on his way out and with the coming years, but he felt so disrespected. And Cena, being the quarterback of this whole entire thing, I think he felt the same way for Punk, but he had to do what he had to do, because you can't give up your spot for anybody. That makes you feel weak. And I think with that frustration, they just created a match like no other. Like, going into Cena's career, he had matches with Punk, but like when we talk about wrestling soulmates, people bring up like Edge or Randy. I think that match
Cena did say that on that I think on Chris Van Fleet podcast. He said that's his wrestling soulmate.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that match with Punk basically was because it's like the antithesis of Cena. Like, it's literally like Superman versus Batman. You know what I mean? Like, it's purely like, Cena being the corporate guy everybody love and stuff like that, and Punk being the
anti-establishment,
type
anti-villain, but anti-face also.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So that goes next round. So next we have Cena versus Randy, bragging rights, Iron Man match versus Cena, Brock, Seth. What we got? By the way, I will be the tiebreaker.
Oh, you gonna be the tiebreaker? Because you know which ones we about to pick.
Probably, if need be. So
okay, I'm going to triple threat. I think
I'm gonna have to say triple threat too.
Yeah, because shout out to Randy and Cena, but that match goes purely off of them two being big stars. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about that. The match is big because those two are big stars. There is no memorable moments from that match. Can y'all name it?
He tried to blow Cena up with that pyro, but
no, he tried to blow Cena up. That's what he tried to blow Cena up. The AA into the RKO was really fire too.
That happened 7,453 times.
Yeah, but that was one of the first times it happened. That was also one of the first.
I get what you're saying though. Like
I get it, but
that triple threat match was from start to finish, like ball to the wall, man.
Yeah, I think again, like stories like the story that they write in WWE, that's freaking cool, right? That gets us invested in the match. But the stories that the wrestlers are telling for their own personal reasons, I think make the match even better, right? And it'll go back more to some of these Cena matches. But that triple threat, it's like you had Brock being, Brock Lesnar. You had Cena saying like, hey, these niggas ain't lapped me just yet. I'm still here. And then you had Seth Rollins trying to show that, hey, I belong with the big dogs. And I'm just not no chicken heel. I'm really about that life. And it made to be one of the greatest matches. Like, you don't remember that Royal Rumble because of that match. I think who won that Royal Rumble? Was it Roman?
That was Roman.
Oh, never mind. You remember that Royal Rumble?
You remember that Royal Rumble specifically off of that triple threat?
Yeah.
I don't even know no other card matches on that card, to be honest.
But think about that. Fools Brock Reign of Terror, right? When he had that championship for however long he had it throughout his reign. What's the best match out of that reign? It's that one. It's that triple threat.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely that one.
Because most of the time it was him suplexing city people until we got to that triple threat, and then we got to like Roman and stuff like that. But I think that's the best match.
All right. Not mad at it. All right, next. So we're in the second round. So back up to the top. AJ versus Cena, SummerSlam. Cena versus Punk, Raw. This is where things gonna get real funny here. I'll let y'all go and I'll be tiebreaker, like I said. This is where things get tough.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with Cena versus AJ at the Rumble because
this is SummerSlam. This is the SummerSlam. I got both. I got
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
This one's really good too.
Is this the first one though?
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam
was first, and then it was Rumble. It was SummerSlam first, then the Rumble.
So I gotta go Cena versus Punk because technically it was the best match out of the two, right? Like when you talk about like if you want to throw like the star rating on there, like this was a 5 out of 5. This is a 5-star match. Wow, to me personally, the AJ versus Cena SummerSlam was a 5. I mean, it was a 4.5. You know what I mean? I still think what they did.
You're looking at the stakes. I get it.
Yeah, I just like what they did. It is hard because if this is AJ versus Cena 1,
yes,
that's just aura, bro. This aura.
Tyler.
If it was the Rumble match, I would have to go with the Rumble, but the SummerSlam match was still really, really good. But like Trail said, like that Raw match it had crack in it, bro. Because like he said, the stakes for that match was high. Like Punk was he either going to replace Cena in that match or he was going to be added as a triple threat?
He was supposed to replace him.
Yeah, and then like that was that was the beginning of the end for Punk after the the whole situation with him having to drop the title to Rock and everything.
Punk ended up fighting Undertaker at that Mania, right?
Was that? Yeah, and that was a really good match. That was
the only good match on that card. Yeah. It was the only good match on that.
Because
I wouldn't say that was the only.
I want our viewers to pay attention. Y'all know there ain't no Rock match in here.
Nah, I didn't.
That nigga Rock tore his booty bone on his second match, bro. He couldn't go.
No, it's the first one. It was
the first match he tore his booty.
Yeah, and then the second.
He got hurt in both of them.
Dang, I didn't know
he got hurt in both.
I just know the first one.
The second one,
that man couldn't
move his quad or something.
That's even worse.
Yes,
but yeah, Punk, like he was a ball of fire at that time. He really was not going. He was really trying to prove a point to I'm not trying to disrespect the Undertaker, but for last year, y'all put me up here, but as soon as we get to Mania,
I'm nowhere to
second fiddle. And then what was crazier, they didn't start the build for him versus Taker until like the month of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was backstage shenanigans with that. But I want to say this, like, it might be a hot take. Speaking of Cena ain't got no Rock matches on here, Punk versus Rock would have been a way better match at Mania than Cena versus Rock.
Probably because
it was the aura of it all.
Yeah,
it was about that was when it was like it's about putting the biggest match possible on this card.
Or they really could have just made that a triple threat.
I don't think the triple threat would have done it justice because then you just look at Punk as the person who would take the pin.
Unless you had, Vince wasn't going for that at the time. I was gonna say if it was now, I can see him going.
He only do that. He only do that for a couple of people. All right, Chris Benoit. He do it for Chris Benoit. And
did it for Daniel Bryan.
That's it. That's it. Okay. Io Sky probably got it now too.
Yeah.
She beat the two biggest women in the division.
Yeah.
In the triple threat match. But yeah, if you ain't Redacted Man or Daniel Bryan, you the pin taker, big dog.
It's funny because both of them
is crazy. All right. Moving on. All right, HBK versus Cena, Raw. Cena versus Edge, TLC 06.
I think me and Tyler again about to agree that HBK versus Cena.
I was going to agree with y'all. That match, that match is fire. That was for the love of the game.
Shawn Michaels in his last 3-4 years, he put on some of the best matches he put on in his whole career, bro.
Niggas had the nerve to say Shawn Michaels low key overrated. Let me tell you, Born Again Shawn Michaels towards the end was playing with a different ball, bro. Like, he literally was wrestling with the Holy Spirit. You can't tell me Born Again Shawn Michaels wasn't that guy. Every single match he was in was a banger, bro.
And he was losing a lot of them, but he was putting on.
And I think that's the greatest thing about it, bro. Even though he was losing, he was the memorable moment for that.
That's why when it comes to talk about wins and losses, like in a lot of cases, it don't matter. It's about did you remember how great that match was?
Yeah, and that was a great match for Cena, and that's the one when he sweet chin music and fell on Cena and got the pin.
Yep.
Classic, bro.
He's coming out the corner for the AA. He flipped him off, kicked him, fell on the pin.
See, that's the thing. Like, when people call Shawn overrated, that nigga brain inside the ring was one of one, bro. Even when he was, I smoke cocaine and cheat on my wife, Shawn Michaels.
Hey, wait, did I get new?
Nah, you good.
Was I good? We can hear you.
We good? All right. I thought it was me. I'm about to say, dang, because I just saw my thing refresh. I was about to say, gee, we cooked.
Now I don't even know if I should go back. You know what? Let's continue.
All right, but either way, just to give Edge and Cena match they flowers, because I was going to agree with y'all anyway. But that match was fire. It had its moments, and just the fact Cena beat Edge in the ladder match is crazy in itself.
Extremely crazy. But can I throw a hot take out there?
Go ahead.
I don't think Edge is one of Cena's wrestling soulmates.
I feel rivalry wise, it's there.
I feel what you're saying.
But I feel match wise that is not.
I think there. That was the first like heel to really get him into that. This is like JBL was obviously, you know, the start of it, but Edge was like the first one to be like truly like a villain to him.
I can see that, right? But when I see soulmates, I think of like, you know, when these two people come together, it's magic. For Cena Edge, I just see Cena as a stepping stone for Edge ascendance to the main roster.
Main event.
I mean. Like I don't see Cena Edge as like soulmates. Like I even see Carlito and Cena more soulmates than I see it. Like when you look back and you think of the moments, like when I think of Edge and Cena, I don't think of the matches. I just think of Edge cashing in. And Edge is now at that upper echelon than everybody else. When I think of other wrestling soulmates, I think of multiple moments. Like, you know what's wrong between John Cena and Carlito feud? That nigga got stabbed by some Puerto Ricans.
Went to fire,
in a Boston club.
Went to the club. It got poked up and still insane, G.
But no, really, like, I think Edge is on a lower tier of like Cena rivalries for me. Like Angle, the one who broke Cena out, crazy, right? You can't talk about Cena unless you talk about Kurt Angle. Batista, in that era in which it was ruthless aggression, two big dogs. Like if you was Team SmackDown, you always rooted for Batista. If you was Team Raw, you always rooted for John.
And it's funny.
If you was in elementary school them days, it was like that for real. Like it was real beef.
That's just because look, only few people had cable like me, so I was I'm watching.
There was a point in time where I didn't have no cable, so it was straight
SmackDown
and Raw highlights.
I was Team SmackDown. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing about Batista, Undertaker, and Rey Mysterio. So I'm like, you name your three, I got mad. Can't nobody tell me nothing about them niggas, bro. Ain't had no cable, but I knew. Ain't nobody touched these three niggas in the ring. But that's what practice. I'm gonna give you this real childhood stuff. The first SmackDown versus Raw that ever came out with Vince McMahon face on the cover, the red eyes and the blue eyes. First thing me and my brother did, he got John Cena, I got Batista, and we had to see it through, bro. We had to see it through. So I don't think you get those moments with Edge, bro. I really don't. I really don't.
That's a hot take for real. Make sure you clip that.
It's a conversation to be had. It's a conversation. Like, I definitely get where you coming from.
When people was complaining about Edge breaking his contract with AEW to fight John Cena and this go away tour, I'm like, Edge and Cena really like that? Like I don't see it.
I view it more like this. In ring wise, it's not so much there. Like the first, like the TLC match hits as a bang. But then it's more the outside of the ring stuff that made it really hit for them more than anything. Because the cash in, of course, the TLC match and ring stuff, but the rivalries, like the moments outside, like Cena threw that man into a body of water. Come on,
I remember that.
The Cena interfering with the live sex thing that happened. People remember that like that. A couple other little moments as well that they had out of ring stuff, promo wise, it hit. That's what people memories.
He had a really good promo battle with Edge a couple times too. That when they were promoting their last match against each other, it was Backlash 09, the last man standing match. It got pretty on more so on Cena's end. Cena got pretty intense. Those promos where Cena gets like really hyped, I like those promos from him.
I agree. But let's move on. Cena versus Angle No Mercy versus AJ versus Cena Royal Rumble.
Look, bro, Tyler, we both agree. AJ Cena.
It's gotta be Cena. It's got to be AJ and Cena at the Royal Rumble, bro. That's literally it's got to be a top 5 Cena match. It has to be.
To me, that's top 3.
Shout out to Kurt Angle. You the reason we got Cena. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Still to this day, extremely underrated Kurt Angle is. But if you want to talk about a story, right? This Royal Rumble match between them two was basically everybody's lunchroom conversation of niggas who was pro TNA and niggas who was pro WWE, who you got. Now, I know they had a match before that, but this Royal Rumble match felt like it meant more for some reason.
Yeah, that's how you
I think AJ was AJ was going in as the champ too.
Yeah. And it was like the beautiful thing about it. The beautiful thing about it, it was like AJ was going in as champ after proving himself. I can be the top star in this company. He proved, like, the face that runs that place, AJ Styles, he proved like I can be the face of this company while being his old age. And then it was like Cena coming back to say, well, I'm actually is the face of this company. It was just way more. And it's like, we will never get that ever again. Like, think about that though. Like, we will never get an AJ Styles versus John Cena ever again. At AEW, their biggest wrestler or their biggest or most dominant champion is Moxley. We've seen him versus Roman. We've seen that.
Everybody.
We've seen him versus everybody. Right? Now, if it's 10 years from now and it's the prototype versus Obafemi or something like that, then cool. Like, who knows? But for the foreseeable future, we would never see like a dream match like that ever again. Like, Okada and Cena never going to tangle, and that's never going to happen. Tanahashi and Cena never going to happen. Like
Kenny Omega and Cena, nope.
Yeah, like
we probably don't even get Kenny Omega versus Seth.
I don't know, that diverticulitis. That's killing.
Nah,
that's funny.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kenny Omega is done within the next year or two.
I mean, they kind of got to keep them. They got to keep the Bucks and Omega until 2027, at least.
But I'm saying, like, in ring wise, like, it probably is.
Kenny's probably the most part time dude on that roster, G. But a lot of them part time. But he's look. Please be gentle with him. Pause. Literally, big pause. But hey, move on. Cena versus Brock versus Seth versus Punk versus Cena. Money in the Bank.
This is gonna be the one where I have to go with Cena versus Punk Money in the Bank. I think the moment of that match meant more than a lot of these matches. That moment was Punk was already a star, but that put him up there. That for me, especially around that time, that really cemented him to me.
I agree. Even though that's my favorite triple threat match of all time, I personally believe that Cena versus Punk was probably one of the greatest feuds that company ever put together because it was the closest thing that you can make real. Like, people thought, I remember, I was at school, people thought, hey, Punk might not be coming back with that title, bro.
I really thought he was gone.
I thought he was leaving. I thought he was out of there. I thought we was gonna see him.
This is one of those moments. Like I said, early 2010s, I was locked in and out of wrestling. This was one of the moments. I was like, hold on, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, it was so real, bro. And this is another thing. I don't care if you didn't have cable. If you didn't have cable like me and couldn't afford pay-per-views, you was refreshing that goddamn YouTube channel to see who came out that freaking victor, bro. You was refreshing. This is before like everything.
I had
really
alleged
blew
memes.
Up.
I had alleged memes.
I did.
Dana White would. Well, I knew of alleged memes since.
The only alleged memes I knew was Channel 99 on Wild Cable.
Oh yeah, that too.
You flicker the
yeah, I know that
back
too.
of the TV, you can see half of the pay-per-view.
But no, I knew of alleged memes since 2003. Shout out to Justin.tv. But either way, back then, hey, look, that's a deep cut. Look, real ones who know who in the trenches know. But either way, look, man, that was one of the times I was like, let me go ahead and use these alleged memes real quick, man. Let me go ahead. It was worth it, G. Plus, this moment happened in Chicago, G. This match happened in the crib, and we, as Chicago niggas, we have to honor the city.
We still tough. Like, Chicago still stamped because of that. Like, that crowd is still stamped because of that. Like, we consider a premier wrestling city because of that.
Yeah, we had a Mania twice.
Before that.
Since then, they were like, after that, literally, by then, they were like, we're going to big stadiums or not.
But like, one, I think this started Cena's hooping era. He was like, bro, I'm just going to have great matches. Redacted The Rock. We got to redact that because The Rock sucks. But I'm just going to have great matches with these newcomers and stuff like that. And we start to see like Cena being able to wrestle with the big dogs.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we in the final four. Cena versus Punk Raw. HBK versus Cena Raw 07.
Damn. This is a tough one though, because dang, this is a tough one because both of those matches were, for one, those are probably the two best matches in Raw history.
Definitely say they're very important, to, especially in terms of like this century. Definitely true.
Dang.
I'm personally going to see him.
I'm gonna go with
Cena personally.
I'm gonna go with Shawn versus Cena. I'm gonna go with Shawn versus Cena.
H-Ro, you the
Which
top
one
right?
is this one?
This is Cena versus Punk, HBK versus Punk, both of the Raw matches.
Oh, I'm going Cena versus Punk.
All right, see,
it won. That's a tough one though, bro. If you, I'm telling you guys, after you guys get done watching this pod, go watch both of those matches on the network. Tell us what you think, because you can't. It's not too many matches better than those two.
Really not. All right, AJ versus Cena Royal Rumble, Punk versus Cena Money in the Bank.
That's a tough one too.
So when you do a
high stake matches,
when you do a Punk versus Cena, and you're looking at both of those matches, which one is the better match? That's what you bring it down to. Because both Punk versus Cena's Raw and Money in the Bank are very like high stake matches. So, you know, you got to depend on which one is the better. And I think the one on Raw is the better match than the Money in the Bank one.
That I would say. Both high stakes, both are very important moments in WWE history. I'm just gonna go based on what was the better match, because at the end of the day, the first Cena versus Punk Money in the Bank, that is like arguably a top 10 moment of the past 20 years.
But that's more of a, when it comes down to the match, which it was a good match, but that was more for the moment.
The moment.
The match on Raw was to prove something.
Yeah. But that's why I'm gonna go with AJ versus Cena Royal Rumble personally. So we in agreement on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with AJ and Cena.
All right, so we in the finals. Cena versus Punk Raw, AJ versus Cena Royal Rumble. Where are we going with this? I'll let you I'll be the tiebreaker on this one.
So Let me ask y'all this: is this a situation where the moment outweighs the quality of the match?
Everything has to matter with this one at this point. Everything has to matter here.
So again, Cena did win 16 on this one. 116. Give me AJ and Cena.
AJ versus Cena, and at the midst of this, we lost Day Trail. How? I don't know. That's crazy. But you say AJ versus Cena?
Yeah, I think it's still a very good quality match. It's a really good match. Plus the moment of him getting 16. Because when you think about it, Cena didn't have another championship match until when after this?
He had other championship matches. He just
but I think the next one he might have had was the year after, and that was that 5-man challenge.
Yeah, he just wasn't winning. Yeah, he had opportunities. He just wasn't winning them. That's what it was.
Yeah, so it was like that was one of the last chances for him to get to 16.
Okay. So Day Trail, PC problems, but he picks Punk versus Cena. Me personally, like I said, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. The moment, both of these are huge moments. Both of these are very consequential to Cena's career. You can arguably say these are like, I'm just going to base it on the meaning for Cena, because Cena won both. He won both of these matches.
Yeah.
Cena won one to face The Rock, which he ends up winning. That match for the belt too, right? Cena versus
that
Rock.
Was a championship match.
Unfortunate. But this Cena versus AJ versus Cena match, that was consequential in the sense that got on the 16. It put him to what we eventually have now, him making 17. He cool, So this is where things get tricky. And I think that if you was to ask Cena, like I said, if you was to ask Cena, he'll probably be like, gee, if he was to literally join this podcast right now, he'll probably look at us like, gee. He wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to base this on overall match quality, and my final decision is going to be overall match quality, because both are very important. Because this is another thing people like. Even though the Cena and Punk things peak Super Cena, people was underrating how great Cena was in ring. At this point, he was so. This was probably yes, Punk was getting the best out of Cena, but I think this is that match is like
Cena took a pile driver in that match too.
That too. This is what it's like that year of Cena. This was probably peak Cena. It's like how we look at 2018 Braun. This was Cena's 2018 Braun.
You know what? That's honestly a good comparison. That was like his.
Because like afterwards, we started to get a decline, but it was like, for the love of the game, he was still giving us great stuff. So, and like I said, this is the best match. If we're talking about the moment, solely the moment, it will be Cena versus Punk. But I feel best match with everything at the stakes, what it led to. I'm personally going to go AJ versus Cena. So that's it. That is the winner. It is what it is. Sorry, Daytro. When you look at this, you're going to probably be like, F us. But it is what it is.
But you really can't go wrong.
You can't really go wrong
one of these matches, bro.
You really can't.
Like I'm telling y'all, go through these list of matches that we put up. Watch them for yourself. It's like I think even Cena would say to himself, like it's all up to what you personally look for in a match or what you really remember from a match. Like for me, I said that the match was really good, but for me, I think the moment for that match was just really special. That was a special moment to witness.
Yeah. So overall, that's what it is. This is our list. This is the Threes from the Ring list. Not list. Our decision. It is what it is. In the comments, please tell us what you feel is Cena's best match. You give us your top 4. What's your final 4, G? If you want to give us your top 10, cool. But hey, it took research for this, for us to even come down to it for the list. I was deciding
a lot of Cena matches, bro.
Yeah. But either way, the purpose of this is to bask in the moment, have healthy conversation, you know. Don't be a loser about it like some people. But this man had a great career, G. Cena is legit our Hogan in the best way possible. So we have it good.
Shenanigans. We
had it good, honestly, when it comes to Cena. And it's great that he's getting his flowers through and throughout. Sucks that we still like certain matches. Like, it would be great to see Cena versus certain like New Japan guys, certain even a few AEW guys. It would be great to see that, you know. But
Cena versus Hangman would have been nice.
No, stop lying. See, that's where you went wrong. No, that's the internet's champ, not the people's champ. But it's people on that current roster like an Omega, even an Ospreay, where it would be beautiful to see, but we'll never see that ever again. Cena seems dead set. I am not wrestling a match ever again. Ever again. But
I commend him for wanting to set a precedent, though. Like, it's like he said, like, it's very rare that a wrestler hangs it up and does not come back.
Yeah. So with that said, flowers to Cena. Great career. One of the best to ever do.
One of one. There'll never be another face that's like Cena. Like, there's always going to be other faces that come up. Like, we have Cody. Cody's a great face, but I don't think anybody can longevity wise can carry the brand the way that he's done it. He went through 2 eras. He went through the Ruthless Aggression, then the PG era,
and then the reality era. So the man literally locked in for 3 eras, 2 decades of this, G, for the love of it, G.
He gave everything.
So there's not many people who would do it.
Came back from certain injuries way faster than people thought. Like, when he came back from that pec injury, we thought we wouldn't go see Cena until SummerSlam.
Bro, when that man took injuries and said, you know what?
Then got hurt at that SummerSlam, came back Survivor Series. It's crazy.
Man, some of them injuries that he had, look, man, we got to when that 30 for 30 dropped, we need explanation on some of the medical science that he believed in or took, because some of that stuff he came back from, nobody should ever come back from. Yeah, that man's legit was Wolverine when it came to certain injuries, G.
He was coming back fast, bro.
Yeah, but the man did, because he had to hold it down. He had to. He had to hold it down longer than most ever had to. Like, we got
every time where there could have been a chance where he could have taken a break or took his foot off the gas a little bit, something happened. Like, somebody
happened or
didn't pan out the way that they wanted to, or the timing just wasn't right.
Yeah,
and, like, he just was always he was literally WWE's Iron Man.
He's wrestling's Iron Man, because once again, we've never had longevity of this long from any wrestler ever. Hogan never held it down this long. He could have, but he's never held it down.
Hogan didn't care about the business or the people.
He cared about himself more than anything.
He was very selfish.
But as an example, though, Hogan never held we're talking about Hogan the wrestler.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, backstage politics, the wrestler and the person. But we're talking about just as a wrestler, face of a company, he never really held it down this long. Stone Cold and The Rock never really held it down this long. Cena is really the only one to legit be. Ric Flair never really held it. Ric Flair is probably the closest. You can argue Ric Flair is probably the closest But
even with Ric Flair was more so. He was a journeyman in wrestling.
He was in WC. His primary thing was WCW, regardless.
I mean, but it was NWA, WCW, then WWE. Then he left when he retired.
NWA became WCW technically. So Ric Flair being the closest between those two companies, he was with his first WWE run was probably like a year and a half. That was let me just show I can be around the best, you know. And then from there, but Ric Flair probably legit being the closest because he held it down for the 80s, 90s. Cena legit held it down for a very long time as the guy, and nobody else can really say that, but maybe Flair. And Flair was just, that's all he loved and loved. Literally, man.
I think that's another reason why Cena's trying to make a point of, I'm not lacing them back up ever again. You got to know when to, or he knows when to. When it's his time, it's his time.
Simple as that, and that's all that matters. Like he did more than anybody else has ever done for wrestling. At the end of the day, so shout out to him. He's getting his flowers while he's able to still function, be a functioning human being, you know, for as long as he did it. Like that's great to see, because we hear the story, we hear enough stories from even the lesser thans, but even from the guys like an Undertaker or Stone Cold, where it's like, gee, come on, man. So shout out to Cena, best to ever do it, the GOAT. I don't think nobody else is ever going to touch. We're never going to see anything close to this ever again, I believe.
I know Cena said he can't wait to see somebody reach 17, but I don't think nobody's hitting 17, bro.
Never going to happen.
I think that's one stat that they have to keep that intact.
The reason why I feel like it's not going to ever happen again is because...
But there's no reason for somebody to hold it that many times in this era neither.
Yeah, in this current iteration of wrestling, it's weird because because people believe everybody should be world champion. That's the issue. That's the problem. But it is what it is, and we're not about to go into that. That's a subject we'll have on a later episode. But yeah, and yeah, nobody's never gonna touch that record. Yeah, I'll be shocked if people get to double digits nowadays. So
I can see Roman and Seth hitting 10 if they. I think both of them are at 6 right now, but I don't see nobody going past.
Done potentially, but even then with Roman, he don't need to, because he has the consecutive days as champion thing.
Yeah,
Seth probably touch double digits.
Seth probably be the closest.
Seth probably will hit double digits when it's all said and done. Gunther probably could hit double digits, because I think Gunther gonna be one of those people that just stick around. Like at the end of the day, like I'm all about wrestling, G. Like all this other stuff, not for me. But he's gonna be one of those guys that stick around for a while. But overall, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys as always. Like I said, leave in the comments your favorite Cena match, your favorite Cena moment. What Cena meant to you, you know? What did Cena mean to you? So leave that stuff in the comments, and just appreciate the moment, G. Appreciate the moment, appreciate greatness, because Cena's probably one of the few in wrestling where we can truly, genuinely appreciate the greatness without outside of wrestling shenanigans, you know. So, but as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your people. Like I said, the goal look, man, Christmas miracle, let's make it happen. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers, G. Watch the content, share the content, let people know you rock with us. We got tons of end of the year content dropping, plans and stuff dropping as pretty much we wrap up this year. So on top of the regular pods itself, but literally after this episode, after this weekend, I mean, things will probably start slowing down wrestling wise. So we'll see where things go. Also, Obafemi won, by the way. So
won. Ricky Starks turned heel.
Anywho, but so Javon, like I said, you're a fool. But hey, you want to take the hard way. Pause. You did it to yourself. But anywho, we appreciate you guys as always. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, UTM Clips. Follow us on Twitter at 3s from the Ring, 3S from the Ring. And y'all be cool. Y'all be well. Be safe out here and be smooth.
Peace.